Welcome to the broadcast, everyone. I'm Denise Marie, and this is my fabulous co-host, Dave Richards. We have an incredible show planned for you today. We're talking about how you can significantly improve your memory, mental concentration, focus, mental clarity, and even moods.
And that's why it's my extreme pleasure to welcome to the broadcast Josh Reynolds, the founder of Brain Research Labs. Josh is a renowned clinical research scientist in brain health and fitness. He has many great achievements in the field, from creating state-of-the-art brain tests and exercises to conducting clinical trials on brain pills for large nutraceutical and pharmaceutical companies. But what we're most excited to hear about today is his latest and greatest creation, a breakthrough nutritional formula called Procera AVH that can help quickly restore focus, concentration, and even memory to the levels they were as much as 10 to 15 years ago.
Josh, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Now, Josh, you are an internationally recognized pioneer in the area of brain health and fitness with over 30 years of experience in researching the brain.
And congratulations on the success of your medically acclaimed book, 2020 Brain Power.
Now, did I read this correctly, Josh, that you have studied over 1 million brains?
Actually, it was over 1.5 million brains.
Oh, forgive me.
What we learned from looking at 1.5 million brains is that we're seeing something that I think may be an epidemic. What we saw was the brain was declining up to 50%. That's your memory, your brain power. Up to 50% by the time you reach age 50.
50% by the time you're 50 years old?
Isn't that shocking?
Well, certainly.
Very shocking and upsetting.
You know, our brains were not evolutionarily designed for the kind of stress, the amount of information we have to process, the times right now, the survival, the onslaught of environmental toxins, and the attack of free radicals. Mm-hmm. There are new toxins discovered every day. We know about lead, mercury, aluminum, PCBs. Recently, it was found that over-the-counter painkillers are slowing down our brain. Wow. So really? The probability of our brain giving out before our body is what really scares us.
Let's talk about stress and the role it plays in the problem, because we are certainly overcome with it these days.
A recent report by NIH showed that over 80% of Americans feel they're under the greatest stress they've ever been under. Extreme stress. They're stressed out. Our brain is stressed out. In fact, our brain is burned out. You know, it's no wonder. We're in a times where there's a lot of economic and personal finance issues. Yeah. There's worries about war, finances, real estate, losing our homes. Our kids are going to schools that are overcrowded. Our jobs are putting more and more pressure on us to work harder. We are all trying to do more with less money, which puts a tremendous crunch on us emotionally, psychologically, creates fear and anxiety. And guess what takes the brunt of all this stress and anxiety and fear? The brain.
Let's get right to the solution, because I think that's the most important and exciting part of this. It doesn't have to be this way. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. So here's the solution. It's called Procera. Procera AVH. Procera is a safe, natural, clinically tested supplement for your brain. It provides the brain the nutrition it needs so that, and this was clinically proven, you have a better memory, you remember things faster, you have better focus and recall, sharper concentration, more mental clarity, and it was shown to reverse mental decline by up to 15 years. Now, in a landmark clinical study, which we did in Australia, at the MIT of Australia, it's called the Brain Sciences Institute, they discovered that Procera restored the memory power and the recall speed that you had 10 to 15 years ago. This is a form of mental quickness, how quickly you can recall something, which is very important.
You know, you mentioned earlier that Procera has 3 triple action effects. Can we talk more about this in detail?
Sure. Procera has 3 what I call miracle memory molecules from nature, natural molecules. Number 1, Procera helps to lift up, boost the waning oxygen supply in your brain. Number 2, Procera helps your brain battle stress, helps your brain fight those neurotoxins, the environmental toxins that we're getting every day. Number 3, maybe foremost, it refuels your brain with these vital neurotransmitters that your brain really needs to stay quick, to be focused, to be happy.
And I believe we do have some images.
All right, so what this shows is that just one of the ingredients in Procera, which is called vinpocetine, and that's the oxygenating ingredient that kicks up the energy level of the brain. Look, it lights up the brain like a Christmas tree. And this happens in less than an hour.
All right, well, Josh and Denise, let's go to the phone lines. Let's talk to Eric in Southern California, another satisfied Procera user. Eric, welcome to the broadcast.
Good morning.
Hi, Eric. How you doing?
Doing great.
Now, Eric, just tell us, what's been your experience with Procera?
Well, since I've been taking that product, I've noticed a huge difference in mental clarity and focus. I'm in a very complicated business, which is real estate, and as you know, it's very challenging, and it's
Tough
also
business
very
right now.
competitive, and if I'm not sharp and focused, the next guy may be. I started noticing results within the first week.
What kind of changes specifically, if you can?
Well, I noticed that my short-term memory was better. My recall of facts came quicker to me. I take Procera every day, and it's almost like I can't get by without it anymore. I don't, I could probably, but I don't want to. Your brain just feels supercharged.
We're glad you could spend a couple minutes here with us on the broadcast. We appreciate your call today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Eric.
We'll be back in a moment with more on how you can finally stop having those embarrassing senior moments. Stick around.
I'm Dr. Gene Steiner. As a pharmacist, I've always felt helpless in recommending a solution for memory loss.
Research reveals by age 50, most people have lost up to 50% of their brain power.
Now, there's a safe and natural solution. It's called Procera AVH.
Procera was clinically shown to increase memory, mood, and mental clarity.
Procera is safe, effective, and taken daily as directed. Procera can restore the brain power you had 10 to 15 years ago.
Procera contains 3 natural memory molecules, clinically shown to be the 3 best brain energy nutrients. Procera revitalizes tired, sluggish brain cells with fresh supplies of oxygen and key vital nutrients. Plus, it refuels your brain with much-needed neurotransmitters. It gets your neurons fired up again. This means you could say goodbye to foggy thinking, mental fatigue, and poor memory, all while improving your focus and concentration. You can absolutely regain the mental sharpness you had 10 to 15 years ago with Procera.
I'd say I've got more of my edge back than I've had in a decade.
I'm taking on large projects. I'm bringing together people and taking on the kind of projects, the career moves, the next level events in my career and in my age that I've always dreamed about.
And I felt solid, and I felt bright and alive and energetic and clear and focused.
As I've experienced firsthand that you can affect your mind and how you think in a short period of time.
Call now and find out how to get a free 30-day bonus supply of Procera. Boost your brain power, memory, and focus today. This special offer also comes with a free copy of Josh Reynolds' medically acclaimed book, 2020 Brain Power, plus a subscription to his brain health and fitness newsletter, all for free. Be one of the first 500 callers and we'll include a free bottle of Josh's brain detox formula, Seraplex, that can help combat the harmful effects of environmental toxins in your food and water. It's the safe and natural way to help detoxify and protect your brain while supercharging your mental clarity and focus even more. And remember, there's no risk, so why continue to suffer? Call now and find out how to get your bonus bottle of Procera AVH, the natural remedy for your memory. Your complete satisfaction is guaranteed, so call now.
Get started with Procera AVH today, the new natural remedy for your memory.
Okay, Josh, so what I'm hearing is that the real problem we're all facing is that, first of all, our brains are overstressed by all of society's pressures, and yet they're undernourished. We're not getting the proper nutrients to them, and it's a sort of energy crisis that we're dealing with here. That's right?
Exactly. Stress drains our energy, and what we do when our energy's drained is we rush out for one of these energy drinks. And you know what? The energy drinks are not good for our brain because they deplete the neurotransmitters that we need for alertness. It's actually a waste of money when you could be doing something to build up your brain's own natural reserves. You could be doing something to improve the brain's depleted neurotransmitter levels. Remember, it's not a stimulant, and it doesn't pick you up and let you down. It picks you up and kind of keeps you up. Not only that, you experience less stress and you're more calm. Procera helps to nourish the brain, to bring back the memory, the brain power you had 10 to 15 years ago, restoring those neurotransmitters, improving your mental clarity, improving your concentration, and elevating your mood. Now, one of the things about memory that Procera had such a pronounced impact on was recall speed. In fact, what most people don't know is there's several types of memory. Most people think that memory is just memory. The two types of memory that I'm going to talk about and the procera had a profound effect on is long-term memory, and then there's short-term memory. This is also known as working memory. Working memory is where you recall information that you may have stored a minute ago or 10 years ago, and you use that information to make a decision or solve a problem. We use working memory to do multitasking, to do problem solving. Making a decision typically involves this working memory. There's some memory involved and some thinking or cognitive process involved.
Okay.
We use it when we want to learn something and then recall it a short minute or hour later, whenever it is. Procera improved the ability to multitask, to recall information faster, back to what it would have been 10 to 15 years earlier. That much mental speed.
Okay, I want to interrupt for a second because let's go to the phone lines right now. With us we have your colleague, Josh, Dr. Con Stow, who has called in from the world-renowned Brain Sciences Institute in Australia to tell us about his clinical trial with Procera AVH. Welcome to the broadcast, Dr. Stow. Great to have you here with us.
Thanks very much.
Real simple, can you tell us what was different about the clinical trial that you conducted with Procera AVH?
Well, we conduct many trials with many different substances, looking at whether they improve cognition and brain function. And we found that this one was unique in that it worked very soon, only after a few weeks of taking it. And it was unique in the types of things that it improved, including things like memory, speeding up the brain, and some aspects of intelligence and mood. So we found that this was a very effective substance in our clinical trials.
Doctor, I wanted to ask you how you decided to study Procera AVH.
Well, we're approached by many organisations to have a look at their substances to see if their substances can improve brain function. But this one appeared to us to have a lot of really good science behind it.
People can improve their brain function to levels that they had perhaps 10 to 15 years prior. Is that something that you concur with?
Absolutely. It's really nothing until now that has been able to help us stop that decline. I think we don't normally see those effects so quickly. And I think by improving the cognitive function, we've also see some changes, improvements in mood. And they seem to go together in this substance, and they don't always go together in other studies. It's a fairly unique, fast-acting sort of process which pumps the brain full of more energy, improves blood circulation to the brain, and increases the key neurotransmitters that are responsible for cognitive functioning.
Well, Dr. Stow, we really appreciate you taking the time to call in all the way from Australia. We do appreciate your time, and we thank you for your insights and your expertise in this matter.
Thanks, Doctor.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you. I've been at this for a long time, probably 40 years. When I went to college when I was a psych major. And my passion has been to find a solution for memory decline, and more importantly, to help people just pick up their brain, to get out of the doldrums, to be a little brighter and sharper and quicker, no matter what their age. I've learned, as my book clearly details, it's never too late to reverse mental decline, to perk up your brain. And you don't have to assume that whatever your age, you're behind the 8 ball, oh, I'm just going to grin and bear it and dig in. No. Now there's something you can do about it, and Procera is your answer.
We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Gene Steiner. As a pharmacist, I've always felt helpless in recommending a solution for memory loss.
Research reveals by age 50, most people have lost up to 50% of their brain power.
Now, there's a safe and natural solution. It's called Procera AVH.
Procera was clinically shown to increase memory, mood, and mental clarity.
Procera is safe, effective, and taken daily as directed. Procera can restore the brain power you had 10 to 15 years ago.
Procera contains 3 natural memory molecules, clinically shown to be the 3 best brain energy nutrients. Procera revitalizes tired, sluggish brain cells with fresh supplies of oxygen and key vital nutrients. Plus, it refuels your brain with much-needed neurotransmitters. It gets your neurons fired up again. This means you could say goodbye to foggy thinking, mental fatigue, and poor memory, all while improving your focus and concentration. You can absolutely regain the mental sharpness you had 10 to 15 years ago with Procera.
Now, I really feel that I'm functioning the way I was 20 years ago. There's no question about that.
My family, I'm enjoying them more because I have more energy. I have more, at the end of the day, I'm not looking to retreat. I'm not looking to take a time out necessarily.
My process of recall is definitely quicker, and I can notice it in everyday things that would take me about 5 minutes before I'd clue in and say, oh, I should have said this when they said that. It's all coming together, and it's relaxed. I'm not nervous. It's fabulous.
Call now and find out how to get a free 30-day bonus supply of Procera. Boost your brain power, memory, and focus today. This special offer also comes with a free copy of Josh Reynolds' medically acclaimed book, 2020 Brain Power, plus a subscription to his Brain Health and Fitness newsletter, all for free. Be one of the first 500 callers and we'll include a free bottle of Josh's brain detox formula, Seraplex, that can help combat the harmful effects of environmental toxins in your food and water. It's the safe and natural way to help detoxify and protect your brain while supercharging your mental clarity and focus even more. And remember, there's no risk, so why continue to suffer? Call now and find out how to get your bonus bottle of Procera AVH, the natural remedy for your memory. Your complete satisfaction is guaranteed, so call now.
Get started with Procera AVH today, the new natural remedy for your memory.
Welcome back, everybody. How's your memory these days? Are you forgetting where you left things like, maybe your cell phone or your car keys? Are you forgetting important dates or details? Are you struggling to recall names, facts, and ideas as quickly as you used to? Is getting work done more difficult because you just simply can't concentrate or multitask like you used to?
Ladies especially, are you feeling anxious or depressed and you just don't know why? Is your job or your school more difficult because you feel more scatterbrained and simply can't focus or think as clearly and quickly as you used to? Or are you simply looking for a way to boost your brain power, to get back the mental edge, to get ahead?
Well, thanks to over 30 years of research by Josh Reynolds and his study of over 1.5 million brains, you may finally now have a safe, natural solution to those problems.
You know, you mentioned earlier that Procera has 3 triple action effects. Can we talk more about this in detail?
Sure. Procera has 3 what I call miracle memory molecules from nature, natural molecules. Number 1, Procera helps to lift up, boost the waning oxygen supply in your brain. This is what drags your energy down. Your oxygen levels are low because your brain doesn't get enough oxygen as we age, as we're under stress. What Procera does is give your brain, infuse your cells with oxygen to perk them up like a breath of fresh air. Number 2, Procera helps your brain battle stress. Help your brain fight those neurotoxins, the environmental toxins that we're getting every day. We can't get away from them. It helps your brain fight the free radicals, which come from the foods that you eat, the bad foods, the trans fatty acids, and other foods that cause these free radicals. Number 3, maybe foremost, it refuels your brain with these vital neurotransmitters that your brain really needs to stay quick, to be focused, to be happy. Your brain actually has moods which you feel, and if you don't give it the neurotransmitters that keep its energy level up, then everything drops and sags down, your memory, your mood, your energy level.
Can you tell us what those ingredients are?
Sure. Let me show you what each pill is giving you in terms of brain food. Take the brain food that's in fish. It's called carnitine or acetylcarnitine. Take about 30 or 40 servings of fish to give you what you get in one serving, one daily serving of Procera.
Amazing.
And that's just one ingredient. What about the others?
Well, the other ingredients include the periwinkle plant, from which we get vinpocetine. Vinpocetine is this highly revered plant in Europe where they used it to treat memory disorders. They call it the immortality flower. What it does, it brings more oxygen and glucose to your brain. It increases circulation in the brain, so it wakes up part of your brain. Your brain feels more alive, more energy.
Less numb.
And then there's huperzine. Huperzine from China or from the Chinese club moss, highly revered by students and elders and boomers because it seems to improve learning and memory at all ages. They've used it with students to improve their grade point averages on up to old folks. The U.S. government has also been studying huperzine A because it has a neuroprotective effect. They're using it to study how it can prevent pesticides, which have some kind of poison, neurotoxin in them, from affecting the brain. So huperzine, vinpocetine, acetylcarnitine, 3 fantastic miracle ingredients. Great for your brain.
And I love that you get all of these benefits from one easy-to-swallow pill.
That address all the brain's needs, that perk the brain up, that work for anybody, whether they're 20, 25 years old, and just starting to experience brain decline. Remember, brain aging starts, precipitous decline, around age 25, 30. Or we're talking about people through mid-age, middle ages, seniors, up to 80. My mother's 90, and she loves her Procera. She loves it. Helps her for bridge, she says.
Right now, let's go back to the phone lines. We have Richard with us on the broadcast. Hello, Richard. Welcome.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Richard.
Now, I wanted to ask you, what was your life like before taking Procera?
Retirement was more of a trauma than I thought. You know, as a professor at Purdue and then University of Connecticut, and all of a sudden we retired down here, and there was kind of nothing, and it was.
Right.
I wouldn't say I was depressed, but you know, it wasn't the excitement that I was used to, and it would get me real tired. I'd kind of collapse in the evening about 8 o'clock. But after I started on this, I still had energy all day, you know. And
So it gave you additional physical energy as well as some mental clarity.
Absolutely, yeah. So I wasn't going to question the results, and they were kind of dramatic, you know.
I understand that the right side of your brain has been awoken to new possibilities and that you're taking on all kinds of right brain activities. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I was always good at engineering drawing, and I know the principles behind it, but I was never very artistic. It was hard for me to, you know, to draw a bunny rabbit that my granddaughter would recognize. But and then I started painting, and my very first painting is in a gallery. You know, and part of it is that, you know, my wife says men are never really good at colors, but all of a sudden colors and things like that became very vivid to me, and I even painted my son on a wave at California, and I remembered exactly the colors that the way they were and stuck with it. So
very detailed.
It's like being born again, to be honest with you. So
that is fascinating.
It's kind of like Procera because it actually does increase oxygen and circulation in your brain. It wakes up parts of the brain that may have been asleep or disconnected from other parts of the brain. So we hear this from a lot of people. Parts of them that they didn't know they had, talents that they didn't know they had come out. Right. I mean, it's amazing. I love it.
Well, Richard, you know, we can't thank you enough for spending the few minutes here with us on the broadcast that you have. Your story is certainly inspiring, fascinating, and uplifting for all of us. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate it very much. So.
All right, sir. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
What a fascinating call that was.
I absolutely love that we can actually do something to make a difference.
We're talking about improving memory so that your recall is faster, so you don't suffer those embarrassing moments. Right. If you want to keep your edge, maybe you're in a competitive job, like most of them, or a school situation, or getting close to retirement, or even on the athletic field. Maybe you just need enough mental energy to pick yourself up. Maybe you need to look for another job or a second job or get a job in retirement. Procera allows you to feel calmer while also perking up, literally waking up your brain.
With Procera AVH, you can now be mentally quicker and more productive at any age, from students to seniors.
So stay tuned to find out more about how Procera can boost your memory, your mood, your mental clarity and energy, and keep you sharp as a tack throughout the day. We'll be right back.
I had huge challenges happen in my life, and yet I was able to remain focused and present.
In the past, I used to drift, and now in meetings, I get them done quicker, I'm out the door, and I accomplish what I wanted to accomplish in a shorter period of time.
In the last 3 weeks or so, I feel like I'm coming back mentally.
Call now and find out how to get a free 30-day bonus supply of Procera. Boost your brain power, memory, and focus today. This special offer also comes with a free copy of Josh Reynolds' medically acclaimed book, 2020 Brain Power, plus a subscription to his brain health and fitness newsletter, all for free. Be one of the first 500 callers and we'll include a free bottle of Josh's brain detox formula, Seraplex, that can help combat the harmful effects of environmental toxins in your food and water. It's the safe and natural way to help detoxify and protect your brain while supercharging your mental clarity and focus even more. And remember, there's no risk, so why continue to suffer? Call now and find out how to get your bonus bottle of Procera AVH, the natural remedy for your memory. Your complete satisfaction is guaranteed, so call now.
Get started with Procera AVH today, the new natural remedy for your memory.
So Josh, tell me, because I'm sure our listeners want to know, what about all these other supplements we see in the store? What about things like ginkgo? I mean...
Well, they just don't have the clinical study. They don't have the scientific proof. You need more than one ingredient. Ginkgo may work for some kind of people. It has a protective effect, but it's not the best of all these things that we researched. And then you have to find the best, and we found three. It needed three to address your brain's three major problems, which ginkgo or the others don't. They do not address all those problems. So you need to take care of your brain. We found the magic three, put them together, clinically tested them. That's what makes Procera unique.
And Josh, we are just about out of time. Now, do you have any last thoughts for our audience?
Yeah, I've been at this for a long time. Probably 40 years. I went to college when I was a psych major. And my passion has been to find a solution for memory decline, and more importantly, to help people just pick up their brain, to get out of the doldrums, to be a little brighter and sharper and quicker, no matter what their age. You know, I've learned, as my book clearly details, it's never too late to reverse mental decline, to perk up your brain. And you don't have to assume that whatever your age, you're behind the eight ball, oh, I'm just going to grin and bear it and dig in. No. Now there's something you can do about it, and Procera is your answer.
Josh, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast today. Wonderful to have you here.
And it has been a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for bringing us this valuable information. I, for one, cannot wait to put it to good use.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready to reclaim your memory and brain power, your focus, your concentration, and your mental clarity and stamina, then get ready to make a call right now and take advantage of this incredible show special.
And if you're looking for a way to feel less stressed, less anxious, or depressed about how overwhelming life can be, if you're ready to take control, try Procera risk-free and see what a difference it can make in your life.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Definitely have more energy and focused and able to process things at a much increased speed than before I took the pills.
That I can stay in the zone, if you will, for a longer period of time. And to me, that's important, because I put in 12-hour days, and you got to be on top of it all the way through.
I'm much better at what I do today than I ever have been.
I think it's a great product, and I think once people just try it for the first week, they will be sold on it like I was. It's fabulous.
Call now and find out how to get a free 30-day bonus supply of Procera. Boost your brain power, memory, and focus today. This special offer also comes with a free copy of Josh Reynolds' medically acclaimed book, 20/20 Brain Power, plus a subscription to his brain health and fitness newsletter, all for free. Be one of the first 500 callers and we'll include a free bottle of Josh's brain detox formula, Seraplex, that can help combat the harmful effects of environmental toxins in your food and water. It's the safe and natural way to help detoxify and protect your brain while supercharging your mental clarity and focus even more. And remember, there's no risk, so why continue to suffer? Call now and find out how to get your bonus bottle of Procera AVH, the natural remedy for your memory. Your complete satisfaction is guaranteed, so call now.
Get started with Procera AVH today, the new natural remedy for your memory.